the heart of Florida's Great Northwest. It's Radio. Good crowd. It is going to be a great show tonight. I'm John McDonnell. I'm filling in for Pat Crawford, welcoming you to our radio home right here at the Museum of Commerce in historic Pensacola Village. We're going to get right into it. We have got a full slate. We've got our buddy Tom Feldmann. We have got Nikki, Talley. We've got Paul and Lezlee. And right now, we've got a duo that has been touring the U.S. pretty much constantly since their debut recording, and that was back in 2013. They played legendary venues like the Bitter End in New York's Greenwich Village and the historic Florida Theater in Jacksonville. Sean and Jordan have also aligned themselves with Clean Water, the cause of clean water throughout the world, and they're instrumental in the charity water.org organization. And they're the founders of Clean Water Music Festival right here in Florida. Please welcome to Radio Live, Flagship Romance.
Thank you.
Hello! Yeah, radio. Fantastic. Wish I could do that all the time. So my name is Sean. This is my wife Jordan. We are Flagship Romance. We were born and raised in Florida, and for the last year, don't clap yet. For the last year, we've been living in a tiny town in New Mexico called Truth or Consequences. But before we left Florida, we wrote this song. This is a song about anxiety, and it's a song about that voice in my head and maybe your head or some listener's head that tells you that the love that you receive and the good things that come to you in life you don't deserve, and that they just came to you by chance. And so I struck back at this voice in my head right before a Category 5 hurricane struck where we lived. And this is a song that was written in a Deadpool Marvel superhero onesie pajama suit, and this song is called Nemesis. Here we go. I stare at the ceiling. I stare at my phone. I stare in the mirror. I'm lonely, but never alone. 'Cause deep under the surface, deep under these bones, deep under's my nemesis. We share a body, we share a home. So how do you win a war when you're the only one keeping score? When you're the warden and the one on your knees? Dry when you're the hurricane spinning over your life, when you are your own worst enemy. 'Cause I've tried meditation, yeah, and I've tried to get by, and it didn't work, and I've tried doubling medication. All it gave was a really bad high. So how do you win a war when you're the only one keeping score? When you're the warden, the one on your knees? And how do you stay dry when you're the hurricane spinning over your life? When you are your own worst enemy. You might might see me smiling. You might see a drink in my hand. You might see a functioning human, but I am an alien in a foreign land. Woo! 'Cause my mind takes no prisoner. Yeah, my mind's like the wind, and my heart mind is the master of disguise. I think I'm good, yeah, and then I'm gone again. So how do you shut the door on the things that you don't want no more, when you're the one with the janitor's keys? Yeah, how do you survive when your nemesis is after your life, babe? When you are your own worst enemy. When you are your own worst enemy. When you are your own worst enemy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Tom, just the whole thing just down a little bit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out, and thank you to listeners for listening. We are Flagship Romance, and the last time we were on Radio Live was back in 2015. We're very thrilled to see it back. Is everybody else thrilled to see it back? Yeah? Yeah.
So the two of us have really fantastic parents. We're actually married. We're not brother and sister. Sometimes that's confusing, but we are just so thankful to have parents that have been just thrilled about this crazy life we've chosen for ourselves. And we wrote them a song, and we thought it was like the least we could do, you know. And so this is a song. It's a little quirky tune. We call it Amsterdam, and it's just giving thanks to just, you know, to them for being on our side and supporting this life of ours.
There's a song called Amsterdam.
I don't know how long you'll stay, but I'll hold you close until that day. You gave me life, everything you let me sing.
Well, I don't need no cheap tattoo with your name and a heart, arrow shooting through. I don't need a ring, you let me sing.
I don't know where I would be if you weren't the branch on my family tree. Who knows the life that I would lead? I could have ended up in Amsterdam, in the red light, working for a dishonest man.
Or an oil rig in the middle of the sea.
Well, I don't know how long you'll stay, but I'll hold you close until that day you gave me life,
could have ended up such a bitter man, hustling women down in Amsterdam.
Oh, how much different life would be. I don't know how long you'll stay, but I'll hold you close until that day you gave me life. Everything you let me see.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh man, we're so thankful to be here. So, we have a new record that's coming out this year. It's called Concentric. We're not gonna play any songs from it this set, but we might play a couple songs
Actually,
next
this
set.
song's on it.
Oh, this song is on it. Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
This is on it.
Thank you, honey. Fact checker. There we go. This is a song that it starts out the new record.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Been a long day. This is a song that we wrote a while ago, and this is a song that's about, well, I hope everybody listening to this right now has that one thing that they love to do, like at least one, and it's that thing where, I don't know, it's that one thing that kind of moves your soul, that kind of feeds your fire. And for the two of us, that's music and making music and performing music and getting to meet people. We never take this for granted, the idea that we can show up in a place and they have microphones set up and we get to like sing songs that no one's ever heard before and they listen and we get to meet them afterwards. Like, that's crazy. So I hope that you all have that thing, whether it's knitting or, I don't know, or like mountain climbing or changing the world. Even if it's not for a vocation, if once you go after that thing like the two of us have with our music, it can be a really scary thing. The universe can push back. People might call you weird for going after what you love. But when you let yourself let your own guard down and go after the thing that you love, it gives other people permission to go after what they love. And I feel like we need that now more than ever. And so we wrote a song about that sticky, murky, scary crossroads that we all come to sometimes when we make a really tough decision. And originally, it's called Crossroads. Here we go.
Do you ever feel like you don't know yourself? You're living through somebody else, spending hours studying the eyes of a face that you don't recognize. I've been blessed with taking on the looming task of pulling back the real life mask. Find the soul that's chained inside of me. Set it loose by swallowing the key. Loose by swallowing the key. I am at a crossroads where the loneliest come home. I'm dying to find what's underneath these bones. So crack my shell and watch me go. There's a constant click inside my head. I want no peace, until I am dead. Till then I'll plant the mental seed and climb the stalk to where it leads. Climb that stalk to where it leads. I am at a crossroads where the loneliest come home. I'm dying to find what's underneath these bones. So crack my shell and watch me go. Whoa, watch me go. Whoa, watch me go. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong, so you lose yourself inside a song, finding comfort in its minor key? Make a bed inside its melody, bed inside its melody. I am at a crossroads where the loneliest come home. I'm dying to find what's underneath these bones. So crack my shell and watch me go. Whoa, watch me go. Watch me go. Watch me
Thank you so much.
Flagship Romance. Pretty good opening act, huh? Flagship Romance. They're going to be back during the second half of tonight's Radio Live program. Support for Radio Live comes from South Market Restaurant and Bar with locations in Pace and right here in downtown Pensacola's historic district. As a matter of fact, they're right next to the Museum of Commerce. South Market is open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, and before and after Radio Live. And a reminder that takes place on the first Thursday of each month. Get information online at eatsouthmarket.com. This guy is phenomenal. Tom Feldmann. He's from Minnesota. He taught himself blues guitar as a teenager by listening to people like Robert Johnson and Bucka White. He must have been an unusual kid.
I had so many friends. So many friends.
Today, Tom is recognized as just a magnificent performer and teacher and writer. For the past several years, he's teamed up with Stefan Grossman in New York for a series of highly acclaimed and highly popular guitar instructional videos. Jorma Kaukonen, you know that name? From Hot Tuna, Jefferson Airplane, The Fur Piece Ranch. He said of Tom's music, it is some of flat out the best guitar picking he has ever heard in his life, and I have heard a lot. Please welcome to Radio Live our old friend, Tom Feldmann.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, well, it's absolutely wonderful to be back here. I think this is my 5th time over the years, and one of these times I'll get it right, and then they may not ask me back, but either way, me and my wife came down because it's 20 degrees right now in Minnesota today, and so given the option to come down to Florida for a couple days and being there, we said, see you later, kids. See ya. You're staying with Grandma, and we're going to Florida. Well, I'm going now, but I won't stay long. I'm going now, but I won't stay long. I'm going now, but I won't stay long. From you, my love, my heart, my happy home. Well, this highway is a cold and lonesome friend. 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 There's many people out here, but none like you. There's many people out here, but none like you. Many people out here, but none like you. There's many people, baby, none like you. So I'm going now, but I won't stay long. I'm going now, but I won't stay long. I'm going now, but I won't stay long. From you, my love, my heart, my happy home. From you, my love, my heart, my happy home. Thank you. I was back there saying, sure, bring the guy out who can't sing after that. That's fair. I can't win. See, tonight, there's no win for me tonight because I was like, well, I can't sing, so I can't win that way. And then the other group has percussion, and I'm like, well, I have no rhythm, so I can't win that way either. You know, getting to play guitar the way that I do has brought me into an extremely cool circle of, dare I say, friends. And Jorma often says that, guys like us back in the 60s, they would bring us in because they'd have all the poetry readings, and they'd bring us in to clear the room for the next group of people to come in. So I kind of feel that way tonight myself. But, with that 61 highway is the longest road I know. Yeah, that 61 highway is the longest road I know. Travel from New York City to the Gulf of Mexico. We'll travel down from New York City to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, now that 61 highway travels through my baby's door. Well, that old 61 highway travels through my baby's door. Well, I'm gonna follow it down right to my baby's door. Well, I'm gonna follow it down right to my baby's door. Tell her to hurry home. Well, if you see my baby, tell her to hurry home. 'Cause I'm traveling down Highway 61. Traveling down that Highway 61. Well, I'm traveling down that Highway 61. Thank you. Yeah, as it was said, I got infected with this style of music when I was 17 years old, which I'm 40 now. I know I look great. I look fantastic. Thank you, thank you. But, so 17 years old, and it was the simplicity of the music mixed with the driving rhythm and like you could settle on a lick or a riff, and you could just really wrap a whole song around that. That really got me into wanting to play the guitar and specifically play this style of music. And it's been an incredible journey. And I never, for even a split second, thought I would ever be able to play it for anybody, because I didn't know anybody that liked this music in my small circle. I didn't even know there was anybody living still playing this music. And so when I started to run into other people that played it, it was just like, oh my gosh, there's other weirdos like me out there that sit in their basements and listen to recordings and don't want to talk to people and just play music. And this next one is called Aberdeen, Mississippi Blues, and it's one of those things that I heard and I was like, man, if I could ever do anything in that realm, I think that I would be pretty much happy for the rest of my life. And it took me years and years and years to kind of get up to that, the ability to be able to do it. And I got to say, I've been pretty happy since I did it, so. I'm going down to Aberdeen, New Orleans on my mind. Well, I'm going to Aberdeen, New Orleans on my mind. Them Aberdeen women gonna buy my gasoline. Well, two women I ain't never seen. Well, there's two little women I ain't never seen. They just off that train from New Orleans. I was born in Aberdeen, New Orleans on my mind. Well, I was born in Aberdeen, but New Orleans on my mind. Aberdeen women, well, I'm gonna leave you all behind. Well, look down the road, far as my eyes could see. I will look down the road, far as my eyes could see. Again, women where they was chasing after me. Aberdeen, New Orleans on my mind. Well, I was born in Aberdeen, but New Orleans on my mind. I'm gonna get them Aberdeen women and leave it behind. Here we go. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll be back.
Tom Feldmann. Let's hear it for him. Tom Feldmann. And Tom will be back during the second half of tonight's Radio Live program. A reminder to listen to, download, and subscribe to our new Radio Live podcast. It's available wherever you get your Apple podcasts, including the iTunes Store, the NPR National Podcast Directory, which is kind of a big deal, and of course at wuwf.org/podcasts. Paul and Lezlee are first-timers here at Radio Live. Let's give them a round of applause right now. Make them feel welcome. They are currently going all over the place. They're on tour with their friends Sean and Jordan of Flagship Romance, who we just heard from. And in addition to all their musical activities, they're into the tiny house movement. You guys know about that? When they're not on the road, they live in an 86-square-foot house with 2 dogs that they describe as not tiny. Audiences across the country have just given them rave reviews, and I'm sure you will too. Please welcome to Radio Live for the first time, Paul and Lezlee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? You guys are just beautiful. This is wonderful. So, thank you. My name is Paul.
And I'm Lezlee.
Yes, we're from Kansas and such, so...
we don't know. It's going to be a surprise.
For all the listeners, Lezlee is how many weeks pregnant?
I'm 31 weeks.
Yes.
So.
So we're pretty excited about that. We'll maybe tell some more stories about that later, but we'll just jump straight in here. I think when things start going wrong, we all like to start pointing fingers, don't we? It's like, oh man, that's the reason. So it's like, I don't remember who told me, but when you point a finger, you have 3, pointing right back at you. So that's what this song is kind of about. It's just if you're doing anything in your life that might be hindering yourself, or the people around you, or anything else, the environment, kind of whatever you want to fill in the blank. That's what this one's about. So this one's called Smoke the Gun. They were made for walking. If the shoe fits, somebody's making profit. If you knew what you did with bringing it, would you stop it? If the truth fits, will the profits? You've been looking for a savior when doomsday comes. Don't be surprised when you lie behind the smoke of the gun. Behind the smoke of the gun. Behind the when the world keeps on turning and we're burning for love to transcend, instead of
demise. So stop looking for a savior when doomsday comes. Don't be surprised when you're lying beyond the smoke of the gun. Beyond the smoke of the gun. Concrete's a paving instead of saving. Are we to blame for our own demise? So stop looking for a savior when doomsday comes. Don't be surprised when you lie beyond the smoke of the gun. Beyond the smoke of the gun. Beyond the smoke of the gun. Oh, 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 oh. Behind the smoke of the gun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yes, we do live in a tiny house, but we play house concerts in bigger houses. Those tend to be some of our favorites. And this next song was inspired at one in Kansas. And I think we're all sons and daughters of sons and daughters, and continue to have sons and daughters. We don't know yet, but
Which, yeah.
so this one's just kind of about, you know, being intentional with your life and what you put your time and energy into, because life is short. And yeah, this one's called Come On Love. Said I'm here for a moment, I'm gone in a flash. Oh, my love is forever. Watch it outlast all the days and the nights. Daughters and sons, they will carry the light. Love is the one that I've always run to. Seems to escape like the wind. Life passes over quicker than the strike. I'm thundering back to where I began. I don't quite remember where I came from. Sometimes it feels like a dream. All I remember is being in love, feeling the life of a world unseen. I'm here for a moment, I'm gone in a flash. Oh, my love is forever. Watch it outlast all the days and the nights. Daughters and sons, they will carry the light. Oh, my love will live on. Oh, my love will be all that's left of me. When my body is gone and my love lingers on, you'll be happy to know that I'm free. Oh, I'm free. So come on, love, come on, love. Put it in things that last longer than me, and bury me under the willow. My love stays alive with the leaves in the spring, never to leave the dear widow. Said I'm here for a moment, I'm gone in a flash. Oh, my love is forever. Watch it outlast all the days and the nights. Daughters and sons, they will carry the light. Oh, my love will live on.
Children are laying down with the lamb as the sun sets over the hill. Grandmother placed all her love in the land. You'll find it in the morning still. Whoa, here for a moment and gone in a flash. Oh, our love is forever. Watch it outlast all the days
And the nights.
daughters and sons, they will carry the light. Carry the light.
Carry the
Light. Carry the light. Oh, my love will live on. Oh, my love will be all that's left of me. When my body is gone and my love lingers on, you'll be happy to know that I'm free. Oh, I'm free. So come on, love, come on, love. So come on, love, come on, love. So come on, love, come on, love.
Thank you, Lezlee. First time on Radio Live. Did pretty good, right? Paul and Lezlee will be back in part 2 of tonight's Radio Live program. What do you think so far? March 2019's a hit, right? Nikki, Talley, and her husband Jason Sharp live in one of the best areas of the country for acoustic music, Asheville, North Carolina. Nikki is equally at home on that big old guitar she's got there, or banjo. She is a wicked practitioner of what they call claw hammer banjo, which is a particular style. Nikki's latest album, Out from the Harbor, spent several weeks atop the Americana Top 100 charts after its initial release, and it just hung around forever. People loved it. Radio stations all over the country were playing it. Please welcome back to Radio Live one of our favorites, Nikki Talley.
Good evening, y'all. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, we're going to start off with a little song that I wrote called Nice and Slow. And we just had a baby about 16 months ago, so so many things have changed. A lot of things have gotten a little faster, and other things have gotten a little slower. So anyway, let's give it a go here. You ready there, Jay Sharp? So this is why I have a backup. Wrong key.
Mommy brain's happening right now.
She's literally backstage. And as I told the couple right before us, we're 25, and so this is what happens when you have a baby. You get 20 years out of your life. All right, this one's for Eva. That's where I was at. I was just in C.
Maybe that's my fault.
So maybe you were in the wrong key. Daddy brain.
All right, here we go.
This is part of the show, by the way. and slow. It's hard for a girl like me to see where I call home, of so many seats out on the open road. And maybe I can look back on all I've grown and relive the good old days, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Yeah, well, they say the world she spins herself just a little too fast. Evil never dies. Nothing good ever lasts. Well, baby, we done fooled 'em all, making it up as we go. 'Cause we live the good life, but we live it nice and slow. Nice and slow. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Nice and slow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here's a little song that I wrote. Actually, I was hanging out with one of my good friends out at Innerarity Point. This beautiful, beautiful space, an inspiring place out there at the point. I don't know, maybe I've been out there a time or two. But I wrote this song after watching a little sailboat go by. I think it was called the Katie something. But anyway, and I saw a bunch of tankers going by in that waterway, and I just started fishing out there on the end of that pier. And so I wrote this song for all the fishermen and all y'all who like to wet a line. This one's called Let's Go Out on the Water. It is on our CD, which we have over there along with everybody else's stuff. But here's to going fishing. Let's go out on the water on your little boat. Raise the sails and let her go. Oh yeah, I trust you, Captain. We've got a cooler of beer and some hook and line. You can watch me forget about time. Yeah, today, honey, I'm just gonna let life happen. Oh, 'cause I'm past channel marker 11. We got our little secret spot of heaven. Yeah, and you can tell that those fish are jumping. It's days like today I wish would never end. And I'm proud to call you a damn good friend. We drop the sails and throw out the anchor. Waving to us is a tankard. Ah, but the day I bet he wish he were on our boats. Hey, the line goes down, down a little deeper. We throw back the babies, get a few keepers, and before you know it, ah, honey, it's quitting time. We're all sunburned, sea-soaked, testy and tired, but we've got a good buzz and have for a while, yeah. I think we're gonna be just fine. Days like today I wish would never end, and I'm proud to call you a damn good friend. We tie up the boat till next time, and thank the sea for her gifts to mankind. 'Cause tomorrow we'll all sing the working girls blues. I don't care where I'll end up or what's gonna happen, but I'm taking with me some memories, Captain, and for that I thank you. Days like today I wish would never end, and I'm proud to call you a damn good friend. Oh, let's go out on the water. 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 Honey, let's go. Honey, let's go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jason Sharp, y'all. So it's couples night tonight, right? Isn't that cool? So you're fired for a song or two, honey. Yeah, so Jason and I, we always laugh and say we don't get a lot of time together, really. Well, work together all the time. What am I talking about? We live in the van with the baby now, but so we never get any alone time anymore because of the baby. You know, that's what happens. You spend all this time together, and then you have a baby, and then you don't get that together time. So we usually, our alone time is usually on stage. So we were just on a date, and y'all were our chaperones, so we kept it a nice, good 2 feet away from each other. You know. So anyway. All right, so this is not a happy song. This is a quite very pretty sad song, but it's okay. It's a little bit upbeat, and sometimes you got to go to that dark place anyway. I wouldn't be a proper mountain girl from Western North Carolina if I didn't bring you a little banjo and a little sadness that comes with it. But this is a song we put on our album, and oh great, I'm gonna sing the murder tune, and you're bringing out the baby. Okay. It's a family show tonight, okay? Anyway, this is a song about a girl who does herself in, actually, over a boy, and it's a pretty dark theme, but we, I don't know, something about those old songs really speak to me, and this is a song about a railroad boy since we heard the train all night, so I figured I'd sing this one. She went upstairs to make her bed. Not a word to mother said. Well, her mother, she went upstairs too, saying, daughter, daughter, what's troubling you? Well, oh mother, how can I tell? It's that railroad boy, and I love him so well. Yeah, he's courted me my life away, and now at home he'll no longer stay. Yeah, there is a place in another town where my love, he goes in, sits down, and he puts some strange girl on his knees, and he tells her things that he won't tell me. Well, her father, he came home from work. He said, where's my daughter? She seems so hurt. Yeah, well, he went upstairs to give her hope. There he found her hanging by a rope. Yeah, well, he took his knife, cut her all down, and at her bosom these words he found. Go dig my grave wide and deep, and put a little marble stone at my head and my feet. Yes, and at my breast place a snow white dove. Yeah, to tell the world that I died for love. Yeah, to tell the world I died for love. Thank y'all very much. I'll be right back with another set for y'all. Thank you.
Nikki Talley and her lovely family-oriented murder ballad. Nikki Talley will be back during the second half of tonight's Radio Live program. Support for Radio Live comes from South Market Restaurant on Bar, with locations in Pace and right here in downtown Pensacola in the Historic District. In fact, right next to the Museum of Commerce, where we're standing right now. South Market is open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, and before and after Radio Live on the first Thursday of each month. You can read more about it online at eatsouthmarket.com. This is Radio Live on WUWF, WUWF HD, Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, Destin. We are listener-supported radio from the University of West Florida, and we are online at WUWF.org. In honor of our friends Sean and Jordan, I thought I would invite everybody to check out charitywater.org, an association they're very closely associated with. And while you're online, be sure to read all about the Florida Clean Water Music Festival in support of nearly 800 million people worldwide in constant need of clean and fresh water. Please welcome back to Radio Live, Flagship Romance.
Thank you so much.
This is a new song. This is a song off of our next record that'll be out in July. for the rest of the world, but tonight it is available here at the Museum of Commerce. If you want to jam it for everybody else. This song is about how money doesn't necessarily buy happiness. It can buy some cool stuff, but it can't buy happiness. It has a sing-along part. This song's called California Mansion, and we're going to teach you your part real quick. You guys ready to sing? The center is. La 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 Pensacola la la. That's
That
pretty
was good. It's gonna be 2 times through. We'll cue you, okay? All right.
Tell me, do you see yourself in that California mansion on the hill? Do you dream of Spanish tile and the thrill of looking down on heaven's gate? We'll have a real big door and a foyer, or is it a foyer? All we know is that it echoes on for days, like those Zeppelin records we used to play when we were both flat broke. Now we'll have pillars that we don't even clean. Yeah, I swear that it'll look like ancient Greece up there. And you and me, we can watch the sunset on Sunset. I know it'll be a pretty safe bet, 'cause we get $1 million every time we open our mouths, and 100,000 paparazzi hunting us down, while you and me, we can watch the sunset on Sunset, baby. Yeah. We'll have legendary nights and be best friends with celebrity socialites. Jenny Lawrence would be on our speed dial, and you know who from Destiny's Child. We'd never come back down. Yeah, we'd lose touch with all our family and friends. This lifestyle would start going to our heads, and we start sleeping in our separate beds, in our separate wings, surrounded by all our pretty things, till we both forget to wear our wedding rings. Oh. Now you and me, we never watch the sunset on Sunset. I thought it'd be a pretty safe bet till we spent $1,000 every single time we'd go out, till all the paparazzi stopped coming around. Now you and me, we never watch the sunset on Sunset, baby. All right, Pensacola, la la, let's go. La 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 la. So tell me, do you see yourself in that California mansion way up there? After thinking about it, I'm okay right here. 'Cause you, and me, we can watch the sunset on Sunset. I know it'll be a pretty safe bet, 'cause we don't need the money, fame, and all that drama bringing us down, and we don't need the paparazzi coming around, while you and me, we can watch the sunset on Sunset for free. We can watch the sunset on Sunset for free. So baby, watch the sunset on Sunset with me. Pensacola, you got a couple more la-las in you? Yeah? Oh, come on! All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. La 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 One more time with feeling. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, the next song we're going to sing for you is actually the title track to our new album. It's called Concentric. And we wrote this song while we were in Maui. You know, sometimes you have to go places you don't want to go when you're on tour. I'm just kidding. But this is just being, this song's about being in the right place at the right time, just that overwhelming feeling of knowing that so, so much. So we hope you enjoy it.
Hey, Tom, can I get just a little bit more vocal in this?
Don't know how it happened, but I'm surely glad it happened. That's the truth. I'm glad I met you. There's something quite electric when two circles become concentric. It sticks to you. You carry the residue. And if only you and I could die at the same time in a flash of light, I wouldn't have these late night fears if you should go before I reach the end of where our windy roads collided. I know you'll be there to guide me on your way back home. It's when I least expect it, and I'm learning to expect it. You set the pace in your own way, like a spiritual suggestion, just the mere mention of your name, and I'm in the right place. And if only you and I could die at the same time in a flash of light, I wouldn't have these late night fears if you should go before I reach the end of where our windy roads collided. I know you'll be there to guide me on your way back home. And this ain't our first go round. Orbiting around you is where I am bound. And surely as your sun will set deep down, I know our everlasting winding roads will just keep on colliding. Oh, and you and I will ride 'em on our way back home.
Thank you. We got one more
you so
song for you guys.
much.
Thank you so much.
We're going to bring up our friends Paul and Lezlee for this
Yes.
one.
This has been so much fun. After the show, we're gonna be hanging out over there. We have our new CD, Concentric, available for people here, and we also have guitar string, jewelry, and USBs, and vinyl, and T-shirts, and oh my God, so much stuff.
And for you listeners, that's at flagshipromance.com too.
Yes, we're on tour for the next 8 months, And we'd love it if you check out flagshipromance.com and follow us along the journey. Thank you so much to Radio Live, to Pratt Crawford, to John, to everyone here, the volunteers. And thank you to you guys for coming out and supporting this. It's a really special thing. Trying to keep the story short. We love hugs. Come give us one after the show. I mean, unless you're listening, you just give us a hug when you see us out in public. Okay, here we go. This is an atheist's favorite song and a youth pastor's favorite song. It's called Buddha's Backyard.
That was a short story.
It'll be fun.
I met
Jesus in Buddha's backyard.
They were both barefoot.
They were both laughing.
And they said,
Why do you make life so hard?
we gave you free will.
So why are you still a slave to yourself?
Yeah, I met
Jesus in Buddha's backyard. I saw God in the eyes of a child,
and in the reflection,
I saw where we came from.
yeah. 'Cause we don't
Arrive fearfully wired,
and we're not born a racist.
no, we're born with mercy. How soon we forget. Yeah, I saw God in the eyes of a child.
So let the
earth be thy church.
Be thy church.
Let love be your temple. And if you want heaven, build your own heaven. It's really that simple.
I'll find
Grace in the invalid, grace in the poor.
I'll find
Grace in the palm of my hand.
I'll see
Grace in the atheist, the Torah, Quran. I'll find grace in whatever I can. One more time. And I'll find grace in the invalid, grace in the poor. I'll find grace in the palm of my hand. And I'll see grace in the atheist, the Torah, Quran. I'll find grace
Thank you very much. We have Flagship
Thank you
Romance.
so much.
Thank you, Radio Live. Come say hi. We'd love to meet you. Thank you.
Flagship Romance with special guest Paul and Lezlee. Let's hear it for them one more time. That's it for tonight for Dude. Flagship Romance. It's Radio Live. This is the March 2019 edition of the program. You can make sure you never miss another Radio Live episode. You can subscribe, listen to, or download any or all of the Radio Live programs at the new podcast at wuwf.org/podcast or wherever you get your Apple podcast, including the iTunes Store. And check out the other podcasts we produce at WUWF, including Acoustic Interlude Sessions and the Daily Eco Minute with Dr. Enid Siskin. Remember him?
Who, me?
It says you've got a dozen studio albums now, is that right?
Yes.
Cool.
I've
All solo or?
I've been tremendously unsuccessful. And
What-
so I keep, you know.
Yeah, keep plugging.
You've played almost all of them.
I have.
should say. So I'm very grateful to you in that.
Oh, very grateful to you
So-
for making them.
But
What
yeah,
happened to
no,
the Get Rights? Are they still around?
We still talk to each other.
Oh, okay.
You know, actually, what happened? The band that I used to play with for a number of years. My wife, after our second daughter was born, suffered a spontaneous dissection of her left artery, which left her with a massive heart failure and almost died. So we were like, well, I guess we're not going on the road
Yeah.
anytime soon. So that was a 2-year recovery. And then after 2 years, just, you know, people drift apart.
Sure.
Band members drift apart.
Go on,
we
yeah.
go on and do different things. So
That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Please welcome our buddy, Tom Feldmann.
Thanks, John. Thank you. This is an instrumental. Thank you. Well, I'm going to do one more song, and it's going to be a blues song. Thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting what this is. I know I was saying earlier that having a conversation about how unique this actually is, and you know, I've traveled for over 20 years now, and a lot of places, and as you know, this is localized to you guys, but it's certainly unique for me and those who are traveling through, because you know, a lot of the times we're either in a bar or you know, at best a theater or, you know, something like that. And I think specifically with, you know, my generation and younger, the idea of it doesn't matter who's playing, you come out and support your station. And I think that that's something that is a real lesson that is you know, a lesson that's lost but should be learned from, again, my generation and younger, that you know, if you don't support it, it doesn't exist. And I know that that's happened here, you know, a few times, but it's awesome to see that you're here, and I know you'll be here next time too. So keep it going, and hopefully we'll see you again sometime. Well, I got a letter this morning, I reckon red, saying hurry, hurry, yeah. Love that I got later this morning, I reckon it red, saying hurry, hurry, yeah, you love is dead. So I packed up my suitcase, head on down the road. Time I got there, baby, was on the cooling board. I said I packed up my suitcase, head on down the road. Oh, time I got there, baby's on cooling board. So I walked up right close and I looked her in the face. Pretty little girl, I had Judgment Day, I said I walked up right close, looked her right in the face. Oh, pretty little girl died ahead of Judgment Day. Yeah, I lit up this morning, I rigging red out, send her out. Love is that I got lit this morning. Yeah, I rigging it red. Saying hurry, hurry, yeah, you love is dead. One more time.
That's it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom Feldmann. Tom Feldmann. You're listening to Radio Live on listener-supported radio, WUWF. As a matter of fact, speaking of membership drives and listener-supported radio, we have just kicked off our spring member campaign. Go online at wuwf.org. See how you can support your local listener-supported public radio station. Paul and Lezlee, anyone? Please welcome back to Radio Live, Paul and Lezlee.
Thank you. We must say you have a beautiful thing here in Pensacola, so this is a wonderful group. So thanks for letting us hang out. And who remembers the Velveteen Rabbit? Yeah, if you say that to kids, I guess younger than us, they don't know that story. But this next song is, let's see, how do I explain this? If the Velveteen Rabbit was 80 years old and he looked back on his life, what he might say. Right, the whole story, he's trying to turn into a real rabbit and feel love and all those good things. So this is off our latest record. It's called If I Would Have Known. If I would have known that life would last this long, I would have tried to take a breath and sing along. If I could have seen the future passing over my life, to slow it down would be my own advice, would be my own advice, be my own advice.
If I could have felt true love and somehow made it last, I wouldn't be running so fast and always looking back.
But it's alright, the way things went. My life's just a speckle blowing in the wind. Now I know it, and I'm here now, with regrets that somehow always hold me down.
Holding me
I'm
down,
looking for myself in times gone by.
lost and
No wonder I'm lost and still afraid to ask, where do I go? And how do I feel? It's time like these that make me feel, to find the things that make me real. And oh, how I know it. Oh, now I know it.
future lies inside a child's smile. As I sit and watch them run into the light, to trip and fall will happen once or twice. Happen once or twice. Happen once or twice.
If I would've known what I know now, to ignore the rest and do your best and always take a bow. But now I know it, and I'm here now, with regrets that somehow always hold me down.
Holding me down.
Looking for myself in times gone
Lost
by.
and
No wonder I'm lost and still afraid to die. Where do I go? And how do I feel? It's time like these that make me feel the finer things that make me real. And oh, I know it. Oh, now I know it. Oh, now I know it. I've never known what the future holds. I've tried to find a way, but no one seems to know. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I guess I'll have to wait to see it all, to see it all. Where do I go? How do I feel? It's time like these that make me feel the finer things that make me real. Oh, I know it. Oh, now I know it. Oh, now I know it. Oh, thank God I know it. Oh, now I know it. The end of the day with all I've done. I know tomorrow always brings the sun. And oh, now I know it. Oh, now I know it. Thank you. Well, we got one more for you. Thanks again for having us. This has been wonderful. The music is just warms my heart. So we're from Kansas, and we don't get things like this. So like I said, you're very lucky, and it's wonderful to see all of you, and we love to meet all of you. We do have merchandise and such over that direction. So we'll end with one. We have two furry children at the moment.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Their names are Tico and Rala, and they tour with us 6 months out of the year. So, but at first, so the story is we had one puppy, and he was 9 months old, and we had another one come along. So the maintenance guy showed up and thought it was the dog we already had, and he said, "Is this your dog?" We said, "No, that's not our dog." But we ended up keeping him, and he had mange and fleas, and what else did he have? He was in bad shape.
He was definitely abused by his previous owners. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So he didn't know that. So Lezlee, 4 years ago, we took a bicycle trip from Niagara Falls to Charleston, South Carolina. Oh yeah. So that was one epic ride, and we took off having the whole thing planned. Right, we had places to stay, or thought we'd stay, campgrounds, and the first day we were supposed to go 50 miles.
Yes, and we went 8 miles.
Probably the most stressful day of my life.
It was. It was very stressful.
They were jumping out into the traffic, the highway, and it was just a bad deal. But we made it to the Erie Canal, which is where we were headed that night. And we met beautiful country. People say New York, they don't know that there's a whole other part. So we met a couple, and we asked were there any campgrounds around, and they said, no, there's no campgrounds around here. And we're like, great. where we're going to sleep. And they ended up saying we could camp in their backyard. So this is the first of about 120 backyards we camped in. We'd be next to a Home Depot or a...
Yeah, because when the dogs were done running, we were done for the night.
Yeah,
so.
it was incredible. But what we learned on this trip is that, this country is a beautiful country, and it's not necessarily what we see on TV. So it's just beautiful people. So they're all sitting here as well. So. But this song is about our dog. I'm sure we have some dog lovers out there. His name is Tico, and he didn't know. It's a Rags to Riches song. He didn't know he'd come to our house pretty beat up and run 2,500 miles. So this song is called Underdog. Take you along for the ride of your life now. Better hold on tight now. Who knew I'd come up this far? Been struck by the hand that fed me, gone astray by the ones who led me. I've been lost, been down in the fight, faithful in the blackest of nights. Stay calm in the face of the storm. Lead on when you're ragged and worn. Pull strong when the load gets heavy. Know that you're out and you're ready. From the streets I've been chasing a dream, waiting for the ones who believe in a heart that is on my sleeve. Waiting for the ones who see the drive of an underdog. The drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. Drive of an underdog. Drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. I'll run this race till the end, till I'm broken and bleeding, as long as I'm breathing, to know I'm never alone. Strength comes in numbers and I'm landing up the score. I've been lost, been down in the fight, faithful in the blackest of nights. Stay calm in the face of the storm. Lead on when you're ragged and worn. Pull strong when the load gets heavy. Know that you're armed and you're ready. From the streets I've been chasing a dream, waiting for the ones who believe in a heart that is on my sleeve. Waiting for the ones who see the drive of an underdog. The drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. The drive of an underdog. Drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. We didn't make it to the end, but our hearts were champion, and the journey was our friend, so we could finally find the truth of the dog that lies in you. Stay calm in the face of the storm. Lead on when you're ragged and worn. Pull strong when the load gets heavy. Know that you're armed and you're ready. From the streets I've been chasing a dream, waiting for the ones who believe in a heart that is on my sleeve. Waiting for the ones who see the drive of an underdog. The drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. Ooh, drive of an underdog. Drive of an underdog. Of an underdog. Ooh, of an underdog.
Thank you. Paul and Lezlee. Thank you, guys.
First time ever on Radio Live. They did pretty good, right? Paul and Lezlee. Support for Radio Live comes from South Market Restaurant and Bar with locations in Pace and downtown Pensacola in the historic district right next to the Museum of Commerce. South Market is open for lunch, dinner, weekend brunch, and before and after Radio Live on the first Thursday of each month. More information at eatsouthmarket.com. Ready to wrap it up? One more act on the March edition of Radio Live. Please welcome back Nikki Talley.
Thank y'all so much. We are very, very grateful to be able to play for you guys tonight. This is like our second, I think, or third time being here at Radio Live, and it's just awesome. Do a little spiritual for y'all, and hope you like it.
I'm a poet, wayfaring stranger, and I'm traveling through all this world of woe. And there's no sickness, toil, or danger to that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. Said she'd meet me when I come. And I'm just going all over Jordan. Oh, baby, I'm a going over home. Oh, I know those dark clouds gather round me, and I know my way. It's so rough and steep. Yeah, but beauty is fields lie just beyond me, where souls redeemed their vigil keep. I'm going there to see my father. Said he'd meet me when I go. And I'm just going all over Jordan. Baby, I'm a going. I'm going on home. Hey. I wanna wear a crown of glory. Yeah, when I get to, oh baby, that bright land, I'm gonna shout salvation's glory. Oh, in a concert, yeah. Oh, with that old blood-washed band. And I'm going there to see my Savior. Said she'd meet me when I come. Oh, and I'm just going
Jordan. Ah, baby, I'm a going. I'm going home. I'm going over home. Yeah, I'm going home. Yeah, you know me. Oh, baby, I'm going on over home. Yeah, I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going over home. Hey, thank y'all.
There you go.
So Jason and I got one more song for y'all. This is a song that's pretty much our little anthem. We've been on the road for about 6 years, doing about 200 shows annually every now and then, and Lord of mercy. We must have been in a good, we must have had a good tour last time, because like I said, we came back with a baby from the West.
And we're
The
still
West-
married.
And we're still married. Holy cow. Being in the van full time, that 20-foot van seems kind of small when you're living in it, but when you're trying to park it, praise Jesus, I've got Jason Sharp over here who can do it one-handed with a cup of coffee and a bagel in his hand during Mardi Gras in New Orleans. You're fantastic.
Man of many talents.
But we know how incredibly lucky we are. We quit our day jobs. We had some people pass away around us 6 years ago, including his father, my best friend. And we just said, you know, life's too short to do something that you don't absolutely love to do. And we know the only way that we can do stuff like this is because of people like you guys. And so you guys have been really beautiful. And thank y'all so much for being our bosses tonight and letting us chase our dreams down one more night. So thank y'all very much. This song's called Traveling On, which I think every one of us will be doing soon. So. Sun gets higher, hotter still. Won't be coming home until I don't know. I don't know. But the desert brings a relief. Been meaning to derive for a week or so. A week or so. But the mountains out there are skin and bone. I never could go at it alone. You're here with me, and I'm here with you. Traveling on just like we were kids on a merry-go-round and round. And we're somewhere in the middle of chasing our tails, chasing our dreams down, yeah. Well, the pen, it's a paper, and you take to the sea. You smash the bottle open, messages too faded to see. Just like me, yeah, some careless seeds, they were tossed. The babies that I've lost, they'd be full grown. most of which I'll never see. And all the while you stare and smile, traveling on just like we were kids on a merry-go-round and round. And we're somewhere in the middle of chasing our tails, chasing our dreams down. The chance to run away like this. Oh, it's the gas of the car, I'm ready to go. This life is one big rodeo, so hold on tight. Oh, honey, and we'll be alright. And I was never one to sit still, and we won't be coming home until I don't know. Traveling on just like we were kids on a merry-go-round and round. And we're somewhere in the middle of chasing our tails, chasing our dreams down. Traveling on just like we were kids on a merry-go-round and round. And somewhere in the middle of chasing our tails, chasing our dreams down. And one more summer we'd have missed the chance to run away like this. Just like this. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Nikki, Talley, let's hear it for her.
What a way to close the show. Nikki Talley and Jason Sharp. Wonderful guitarist. You guys have a good time? Radio Live is a production of WUWF Public Media at the University of West Florida. Our technical director and broadcast engineer is Dale Regal. Our house sound engineer, Tom Skinner. Master control tonight out at the station, Bob Barrett. Videographers are Teresa Clark, Corbin McCoy, and Chuck Dunlap. Our video director is Quentin Williams. Our house managers are Trish Allison and Jenny McKeon. Our stage manager, everybody's favorite Jewish mother, Enid Siskin. I'm John McDonnell. Keep your mind on your driving tonight, your heart on the coast, and of course your dial tuned to public radio. I had a ball tonight substituting for Pat Crawford. Good night, everybody. That's our show.